I am Rosemary Brown. I have been a registered nurse for 35 years. I am currently the Chief Nursing Officer at Duke Raleigh Hospital. I'm here to talk to you today about what I consider this country's addiction to prescription drugs. We've been called a nation of pill poppers. I saw a broadcast Sunday morning, CBS. There was a report they provided that noted in 2005, even though the United States is a measly 5% of the world's population, that we accounted for 42% of the world's spending on prescription drugs. I was pretty amazed by that. I began to think, how could this be? Why is this happening in the United States? Well, you don't have to read very far into the literature to discover that many people think the pharmaceutical companies are responsible. And certainly, they are exaggerating the benefits of their drugs. They frequently downplay the side effects. And they create a lot of Me Too drugs, which basically are the same old drug with a new name. So they have some responsibility. And then there's the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. There's certainly literature out there saying that they need to be stronger. They need to have more regulatory power over these advertisements, actually over new drugs being flooded into the market. It's also interesting to note that 50% of their budget is paid for by the pharmaceutical companies, the exact arm of the FDA which approves drugs. So certainly there's those that think the FDA is responsible. And then there's even literature that talks about the providers. Someone has to write the prescriptions. There's certainly literature out there that says that the providers are in the pockets of the pharmaceutical companies, that they don't take the time, they believe patients really want a pill rather than changing their behavior. And actually, one research study that I looked at, 72% of the physicians felt pressured to prescribe a specific drug. It dawned on me then what I was saying, that the pharmaceutical companies are somewhat responsible, the FDA is somewhat responsible, the providers are somewhat responsible, but the doctors are writing prescriptions because we're asking for them. I think the real problem lies with us, with you, and with me. We have become a nation that believes that our health issues, our quality of life, and even our happiness can be fixed with the swipe of a pen across a prescription pad. We want a pill to fix everything. We no longer believe that we can do this by changing our behaviors. Then I thought, well, maybe it's working. I mean, so what if we're taking a lot of pills and it's working? Maybe that's the right thing to do. So I thought, well, there's got to be some statistics out there on this. And there are. There are some health statistics, some vital statistics, I mean. But it wasn't very good news, I wouldn't say. When I looked at our ranking of the United States to other world countries, we rank 41st in life expectancy. So not exactly living longer, doesn't seem. Then I looked at quality of life. Well, we rank 13th in quality of life. I mean, we're taking a lot of prescription drugs. Doesn't seem to be improving the quality of our life. And then probably the one that was most striking was the fact that we ranked 150th in happiness. And I thought that was particularly interesting since I read a report where in 2005 and 2006, the number one prescribed drugs, the number one, were antidepressants. Wow. So we really aren't getting the effect we think we are from taking prescription drugs. So we have to go back and look at what we really need to be doing. and that is, we have got to believe our behavior matters. We have got to stop asking the physicians and providers to give us a quick fix, but rather we need to be saying, not what drug can you give me, but what health behavior should I engage in to fix this problem or to mitigate this condition. It's about our behaviors. We have to adopt healthy behaviors. We have to be willing to change our lifestyles. Pills are simply not going to be the answer for us. We need to stop being a nation of pill poppers. There's a couple things I want to leave you with. There's a book that I think you should try and read. It's called Our Daily Meds. It's by Melanie Peterson. Does a nice job of portraying why we are where we are with the pharmaceutical companies today. Then, second of all, I would like for you to go to a website, www.decadeofbehavior.org. From 2000 to 2010 has been dedicated as the Decade of Behavior. And this website looks at some of the studies they've done about behavior, how it changes conditions and improves them, how it helps with health. I think you'll find it interesting. It's a good place to start because we need to turn this around, you and me. Not the pharmaceutical companies, not the FDA, not the providers. It's really up to us. We have to stop asking for pills.